It's 𝗲𝗵 with Big Nige, and welcome to our latest edition of Boxing Weekly Roundup. It's been one hell of a week in the boxing world. There's been rumours that AJ and Fury talks have been taking place, but negotiations will not take place until Pulev and Wilder are happy to step aside. Having said that, I read literally just this moment that 𝗕𝗵𝗴 has suggested that he may be happy to step aside for the two Brits to take on, and then he's happy to fight the winner. So who knows? Would this fight take place? Apparently Saudi Arabia is a location. We all know there's a lot of money in Saudi, but with this current pandemic, I don't know. Hopefully we do get to see this fight. Me personally, I'd like to see it take place in 2021. That way it gives us enough time that people can get back to normality and travel out there and support wherever it may be. But who knows? Let me know what you think, AJ or Fury. Leave your comments below. Dillian Whyte and Andy Ruiz have been going back and forth on social media now for a while. I mean, Dillian Whyte has been sending shots. Andy Ruiz has been sending shots, like, surprisingly, because he's normally not an active person on social media. But there's been a slight dispute over $5 million offer. So Andy Ruiz was like, stop clout chasing. There was no $5 million offer sent out to his team. And then Dillian Whyte was quickly to post up an email to try and expose him. Although the email did state that it was a $4 million offer on the table to take place in the UK. So I listened to an interview with Eddie Hearn this week on IFL TV. And he said basically that they sent an offer to Andy Ruiz's team for $4 million to take place in this country because that's all they could afford to fight in this country. Although they did send another offer to fight in America with the option to move up to $5 million. So I guess Andy Ruiz is telling some sort of truth, and so is Dillian Whyte. But the question is, would we see these two get it on? I mean, Dillian Whyte has been scheduled to fight Alexander Povetkin, which rumoured now will be taking place behind closed doors, but we'll get to that. And obviously Andy Ruiz will be looking to fight, who knows when, to be honest. He hasn't really suggested when he'll be fighting. He's still looking for a trainer currently. Obviously last week I mentioned Eddie Hearn planning to 4 to 6 weeks behind closed doors, planning boxing events. He has now revealed that Dillian Whyte and Alexander Povetkin will be taking place behind closed doors. The first time I saw that, I was like, really, he's really going down with this. That's a massive fight in itself. And what's more annoying is the undercard of Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, in my opinion, the biggest female boxing fight to take place, is going to be taking place behind closed doors. I don't know about you guys, but to me, I think that's too much of a good fight to waste for the boxing fans not to be there to see. Let me know your thoughts, comment down below. But I knew he was talking about planning these small shows, but I never expected him to come out with such a big fight. By the end of the day, boxers need to get paid. If they're not fighting, they're not earning. So it's a bit of a catch-22, but let me know your thoughts. Funny enough, Frank Warren was also stating about planning boxing fights behind closed doors, but he was quick to shut down Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce fight behind closed doors. So it's funny to see how both promoters, two of the biggest promoters in our country, are seeing the current pandemic and how it's going to affect them economically. Whereas we've got Eddie Hearn that's willing to throw one of his big fights behind closed doors, but then you've got Frank Warren is willing to let his smaller shows fight behind closed doors and the bigger fights save it because it needs the atmosphere. So again, interesting, but let me know your thoughts. 𝗲𝗁 Davis. That Donny, he knows how to start trouble online. If you don't know, this week he's been going back and forth with what's his name, Anthony Fowler. I don't know how the beef even started really, but it's looking like they're gonna fight. We don't know when. It's funny though, because obviously 𝗲𝗁 Davis has to commit to the MTK tournament that he's in with what's his name again, Tyrone McKenna. So the fact that he's I won't say overseeing, but looking past and already looking to start more fights I don't know. But the beef took place on social media. I think it was a tweet from 𝗲𝗲 saying that Andy Fowler stated something years back, and he's brought it back to light about something to do with blacks and Muslims. Don't quote me on that, but obviously we'll show you the plug. And from then on, it's just been a ticking time bomb between the two of them. They had a press conference, an e-press conference on Thursday held by yours truly, Eddie Hearn, and it's looking like this fight is actually going to take place. But my only question is, at what weight? Because obviously, Anthony Fowler is at light middle, and 𝗲𝗲 is at super lightweight. 𝗲𝗲 has agreed he's happy to go to 147, which is welterweight, or even at 150, which is closer to Anthony Fowler's weight of 154. But funny enough, Anthony Fowler said he isn't going to go down to 147 because he feels he will struggle to make that weight. But then he's not even willing to drop down to 150 at catch weight. The lowest he can do is at 152. So in my mind, it's basically saying that he needs to be closer to his natural weight in order for them to get it on, in order for him to have that confidence to beat 𝗲𝗲. 𝗲𝗲 is already stating he's willing to go 10 pounds up, or he's willing to go at welterweight. So it's interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts below. I would go with a bigger fighter, but then 𝗲𝗲 is nippy, quick, and he does hold a punch. So it's interesting. Let me know your thoughts. Iron Mike Tyson, 𝗲𝗁𝗔𝗔𝗔. My man dropped a Insta video on Instagram, on social media as well, of him on the pads. I'm telling you now, that man is 53 years old. I don't want it with him still. It's long, man. It's actually long. The brother has still the attributes to knock out pretty much the majority of the heavyweights in our current division. He gave us a little sneak peek of his 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗲𝗍 style on the pads. He just looked elusive, he looked powerful, and yeah, man, it's just a long night. It's a long night for anyone. There's been rumours that he may be coming out of retirement, hence the training videos. The video stated in the caption was, I'm a bad boy for life. So, yeah, man, it's long. It's actually long. Funny enough, that video went viral, and a lot of celebrities were astonished that he's still got it. He has. The Rock, UFC champion 𝗕𝗶𝗴𝗲, I'm not going to pronounce his name, not to disrespect him or anything, but it's quite long. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. If he is to come back to heavyweight boxing, who would you like him to fight, to compete against, and who do you think he will knock out? I know I've got a few people in my mind that I feel he'll be able to take on, but I want to know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Leave the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is yours truly, Big Nige.